And so that's something we really wanted to do on this, starting our second year of our full-time RV adventure, which is why we're doing the Boondockers Welcome Challenge. So we are here in a small town called Seguin, Texas. We had been at Sam Houston National Forest for a week, and as I told you, Jared had been sick, and so we weren't able to do as much as we like to do sightseeing. And one of the things that we've been trying to do on our travels since we left Florida is stay at more Boondockers Welcome. And we had mentioned Boondockers Welcome in the past. They're a online site where you pay $30 a year, and then people open up their homes and their properties to you for you to stay on. And although they're called Boondockers Welcome, there are a lot of them that have hookups, like, so you'll find some with electric hookups, water hookups, even dumps and everything. So we decided on this trip out west, we're going to try and stay at as many Boondockers Welcomes as possible. We thought it would be kind of fun to see how many Boondockers Welcomes in a row we can stay at on our way out to California. So this Boondockers Welcome is a perfect setting. It was right off Interstate 10. So it was perfect, easy on and off. We were going right along I-10, and we didn't have to drive more than a half mile out of our way. But we're planning on staying here 5 days. Boondockers Welcome. They usually have up to 5 days. Some just have 1 night, 2 nights, but they're up to 5 days. This one had 5 days, and then we've even had some when you're at your maximum. Asked, you know, if you would like to stay some extra days, you can do that too. That's up to the host if they would allow you to stay. And so this one is great here. We have a nice spot. It's set away from their house, and then we're overlooking, which we love, we're overlooking a cow pasture. So we're very familiar with cow pastures from down in Florida. And I'll show you our view here. There we go. There's the cows down there. There's a pond over there. So yeah, this is kind of our spot. We're right next to like a workshop that they have here, which is really nice because that's how we have the electric and the water hookup here. We're gonna go out and check out some of the area around Seguin, Texas, show you some of the things. I know San Marcos is near here and New Braunfels, so we want to check out those towns with whoever in the family isn't sick. So you may have limited people on these videos because Jared still has his bad cough, of course, and McKenna's been getting sick, and yeah, so that's not been real great, but we'll see who we can get to go out and sightsee with me. So we are headed out doing some exploring around Seguin, Texas today, which is kind of central Texas near San Antonio. Now, you do just have 3 of us today, plus the 2 dogs, because like I was saying, we're all kind of getting sick. Well, I'm like least sick, so I get to do most of the talking right now. Brian probably shouldn't be along, but he really wanted to go check out the area, and we're going to a town called New Braunfels. So
and we've all been sick for, well, Jared's been sick for weeks.
Yeah.
And it seems like one of those colds that just lingers, and I don't want to miss the entire state of Texas because of being sick. So got my cough drop. Hopefully I won't have any coughing fits out in public.
No, we're hoping, because McKenna had a coughing fit. Yesterday we were out checking out the town of Seguin a little bit, and they have a wonderful library. We're going to show you that because Alex just loves it. It's her favorite library ever.
So this is how the spoiled dogs travel in luxury when there's only 3 of us in the car and they have some room to spread out. This is what it looks like.
Lay on top of Sissy.
And Alex, what's your job in this situation?
Petting.
Yeah.
Well, and on the bed.
You're the bed?
And the petting.
It's like one of those massage chairs.
Yeah, the massage therapist. Okay.
So detour, we decided to take the dogs to a park first. Alex kindly looked up a park that was a mile away. So we're here at this park. We're going to walk them around first. Tons of squirrels, so Pepper's going to have lots of fun. So detour at the park for the puppies. All right, girls?
All right, so they got a really nice creek down there that we crossed over. It's the Green River, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
There is a Green River. I don't know if this is it though.
it might be it.
Because up there, some of those other establishments were along the Green River. But there's
Yeah.
a nice little river, creek, something down here. We want to go check that out.
What I love about like the rivers and creeks, there's all these like trees and stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
They're so pretty, and the water's like a different color.
It's like an aqua.
Yeah, it is. Like it's almost like a muted aqua color, and it's really cool. We noticed that with the Guadalupe River. And they do tubing rides along the river here. So this is very cool. They have this set up for people to get on. Yeah, Rockin' Rivers maybe? It has Rockin' R. So they do tubing and canoes and all kinds of stuff, rafts. So this is like their access point. So like you can't come and go on this property on your own and get in. It's just for their company. But it's very cool here. I'm sure they did all this up with concrete, made it really nice, and it looks really pretty. You know, the panorama with the turquoise. It's even more cool on the other side of the bridge. We crossed the road, and I think because it's a rafting company, I think they put in kind of some of their own little rapids here. There were some back on that side. Over here, they're even bigger. Right, Alex? They look cool.
Yeah.
The twins love climbing around on rocks, so they are going to be super sorry they missed this opportunity.
But on the way here, we went through, well, we're kind of in the town
We're
still,
still
I think.
in, yeah.
It's Gruene, Texas. It's spelled Gruene. I looked up the pronunciation because it's, you know, we didn't want to get it wrong. So it's Gruene, Texas, not Gruene or Gruene.
I was saying Gruene, Texas, but it's just Green, Texas. Easy enough.
Gruene, easy.
Yeah,
Because we saw a lot of restaurants, like, you know, where it would infer that, or imply that the name is green.
Like the greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
And the
like
greenhouse doesn't, you know,
yeah.
It doesn't work.
But it's a cool little town. It's like a lot of little shops and stuff, little artsy shops and things like that.
Yeah, it's really crowded too.
A lot of people walking around. So that's another thing, like we could just as easily have gone there. That's why we didn't want to miss out on getting out of the RV, because even if there's things you don't plan on going to, you find things along the way. And you're like, wow, I wouldn't even have known about that.
Yep, and that's why we like the Boondockers Welcome, because Boondockers Welcome sometimes gets us in areas that we might not have gone into. Like, you know, we may have been closer to San Antonio, but by doing the Boondockers Welcome, we ended up close into this little town of Seguin, which is a cute little town, and then that's close to here in New Braunfels. So we check out some places that we otherwise wouldn't have checked out, and so that's something we really wanted to do on this, starting our second year of our full-time RV adventure, is do more in those small towns, which is why we're doing the Boondockers Welcome Challenge, which is just our own made-up challenge.
Yeah, it's just for ourselves.
But if you want to do it, if you travel anywhere,
absolutely.
I mean,
we'd love to hear from anyone else that's used boondocking.
Boondockers Welcomes.
Boondockers Welcomes.
Yeah.
Not necessarily exclusively, but as much as they can, because we love hearing stories from people like, oh, we went to this place and the people were so nice, and
Yeah.
you know, and they did this, and we had this conversation. We've experienced that already, just in a couple of them.
Yeah, we've been at, this is our
true.
fourth
That's
one.
the way it goes.
And we had joined in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we joined in like November of 2018. So this is the fourth one that we've been at, and this is the longest we've been at one. We're gonna have stayed here a total of 5 days. And you know, that's what they had, that you know, you could stay 5 days, and each one's a little bit different and a lot of fun. We've met great people, and this one, even, they were so cool. They came out and met us when we pulled in, and then they actually have a sheet of paper that welcomes you.
Here's some things to do around town.
And they actually had on there where the closest Walmart and laundromat and grocery store and things to do, and mileages to those places, just like and the you know, the name of their dog and all these different things. So it was really cool. So everyone
Definitely gives the welcome part of Boondockers Welcome, because it's what you feel like. You're like, oh, they're glad to have us here, and they're, you know, excited to meet us, and we're excited to meet them. So it's
so that's
really cool.
The more fun we're having doing it, the more we want to do it. So that's why we're trying to find as many as we can.
Okay, we pulled into this this little, looked like a shopping complex, because we saw a sign for a farmer's market, and there's a real small farmer's market. But then we went a little further around and we stumbled upon this really neat housing development.
Yeah, it's a cute neighborhood.
Yeah, it reminded us of watercolor in Florida, where all the houses were similar, very similar, but each one had its unique color scheme and landscaping and sort of style,
even some,
but they all fit together.
Yeah.
Just really, really neat, neatly landscaped, and
all different colors and siding and brick and stone, but yet they were all the same basic shape.
Yeah, with the porches,
really cute.
all had the porches.
Of course, I don't know how to get out of here now.
And now we're trapped in parking lots, because the farmer's market has the main road closed.
So you can go that way, but I hit the farmer's market, and then you have to go through a parking lot to get to the main road, and I was kind of trying to skip going through the parking lot, but now I'm just ending up driving around another parking lot, which I think I'm going to have to go out the main parking lot I came in. So with our traveling, we get to a lot of different libraries all over the country, because it's just one of those things we like to do whenever we're in a town, and this has to be one of the most beautiful libraries we've been in anywhere in the country, and it's such a small town. We're really surprised to find it's in here. It's just like this little gem in a beautiful area of Seguin. So if you're in the Seguin area, check out the library. Day here in Seguin, and it took us all that time to finally find out how to pronounce it correctly. We were pronouncing it Seguin, and it's Seguin, named after Juan Seguin. So we apologize to all residents of the area. We're kind of learning. Like, sometimes we'll go on the internet and have the pronunciation key tell us, like, how do you pronounce this certain town, so that we know, and we didn't, and we apologize. Later today we'll be heading about an hour and a half south of here, so we'll still be near San Antonio, but we will be down in Pleasanton, Texas. Now, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, because Pleasanton seems like there's not too many ways you could pronounce it, right? Yeah, so I think Pleasanton is okay. Pleasanton? I don't know. So, but that's where we're headed later today. It's going to be another Boondockers Welcome, and we are scheduled to stay there for 5 days. And hopefully the weather will warm up a little bit, and we'll definitely get into San Antonio. Even if it doesn't warm up, we are going to get in and see the Alamo, because we have just done not any real big sightseeing since we've gotten to Texas. It's been 2 weeks, and we're just gonna do it regardless if people have some colds, and regardless if it's cold out. We are going to do some sightseeing, I promise, and we will show you the Alamo and some of the missions and the Riverwalk and some really cool things